Hi, I'm David, data specialist here at Revenue Growth Agency. This is the first video of the series on how to fix your data gap. Hopefully, following along the first episodes, you had no trouble setting up your cloud-based tagging server and GTM container. So let's move on to the next step. You will now need to choose and create a subdomain of your website specifically for tracking. Best practice is to choose something like tracking.yourdomain.com or gtm.yourdomain.com. This is an example, but make sure it is something easy to identify and easy to remember. This is the domain you will use as the web address of your new tagging server during the setup. Once you have decided what your tracking domain will be, head on to step.io. Click on the container name you set up in the previous steps. Then scroll down to tagging server URLs and then click on Edit. Here, fill in this field with the domain name you chose to use for tracking. Hit Save Changes. Once you've done that, you will notice that Stape is providing you two lines of information here. Now it's time to head on to your registrar's website. Basically, it's the company you bought your domain name from. They will typically have a control panel where you can manage DNS records. Depending on your registrar, it should look a lot like this. You will need to use this kind of form to create DNS records matching the information you got from Stape at the previous step. So typically you will have two new DNS records matching this. Once you validate the creation of your DNS records, it can take up to 48 hours for the records to be propagated on the whole web. If everything has worked as planned, you should see a space rocket and a running icon at the top of your container in Stape. In the next step, you will now need to paste the tracking code within your web pages. To find the tracking codes, you will need to click on Power-Ups and then Custom Loader. You will then need to fill in the domain name, the subdomain name you chose, along with the web GTM ID. The GTM ID can be found in Google Tag Manager inside your web container right here. Just copy and paste it. Just copy it from here and paste it here. Then click on Generate Web GTM Code. You will now get two snippets of codes along with a set of instructions that you will need to follow in order to include the tracking code within your pages on your website. That's it. Now all the data tracking your user activity will go into your GTM container. That's simple as that. Hopefully, you will be able to do it by yourself, just following the instruction from this video. But if you'd like us to take a look at the setup, we'll also leave a link for you to be able to book a slot with one of our growth specialists, and we can have a look at the setup for you if you would prefer to do that instead. We're really looking forward to showing you the rest of the process of collecting first-party data. We're going to give you a couple of days just to make sure that you'll have all of this set up, and then you'll be hearing from me again. See you soon!